Hello everybody, Brad the Guitarist here. I thought I would make a very quick video detailing some of the construction details of this early 1930s, 1929-ish Kay Kraft guitar featured on another video of mine. You guys may recall that video. You may also recall another video recently where I took the fretboard off of a Kawai Japanese-made electric guitar. Well, I've done the same thing with this guitar. This belonged to the same customer, and we are going to straighten the neck on it just a little bit. Probably not going to take nearly as much material off this one because this one is a little more subtle. But I wanted to show a couple of the construction details, including the way the neck is attached. If you'll recall, in the other video I made of this, I was talking about the attempts that guitar manufacturers have made over the years to create an adjustable neck guitar. Well, this gives us a chance to kind of see this in a little more detail. You can see here this piece here, which is concave, is attached to the body probably with glue, as well as 3 tack nails by the look of it. This part is concave. You'll also notice that there is a track right here in the center of this piece that protrudes outward. There is a corresponding protrusion on the convex end of the neck here. So you can see there it protrudes inward, and this part is convex in nature. And you can also see that there is a big bolt here. You don't see the bolt come out the other side. That's because this screw right here on the neck heel is going down there to hold this piece on. When you want to attach the neck, it's very, very simple. You just put the bolt through, get it at the angle you like it, and then you simply tighten the wing nut on the other side. But this whole thing will, the motion of this, to see, it actually gives you some range right there. See the range that it gives you? So you can actually move this thing. So that's how it goes on, but you can actually change that neck angle by adjusting the direction that that bolt is set in. It gives you enough direction shift to, affect a really wide range of setups. Another weird feature of this that I didn't discover until I started taking the board off, which you wouldn't really discover probably anyway unless you did take a board off one of these, is that during construction they are held in with 1, 2, 3 of those right there. I managed to get the board off sparing one of them. The other 2 I had to actually cut through with my knife because I didn't realize what was holding me up. So that's interesting. 3 little pegs. Here's the other, well, where is it? Right there. There it is. So there's 3 of those. That during construction they would have held these 2 pieces together so that didn't shift around while the glue was drying. Probably allowed them to do things a little faster. Good idea. And actually, if you flip this board over, if we look at this one for instance, look at that little peg. If we flip the board over and look real close, you can see that the peg is actually there. I bet you nobody ever paid that much of a second mind the entire life of this thing until I just found that. Very interesting. I wonder if the other ones do that. I don't see it. But look how beautiful the rosewood is. Very beautiful. Definitely Brazilian. They weren't getting it anywhere except from Brazil, I don't think, at this point. In the early 30s. That's when everything was pretty plentiful. But yeah, I just wanted to show you those couple of design features for this I thought were interesting. I'm going to get the rest of this guitar strung up and set up. We may actually demo this thing just to give you an idea how it sounds, and also to make this video a little bit more interesting. So, okay, on this project, I've planed the neck, and then also used the plane as a sanding block, and sanded this pretty much absolutely level now. So it's taken some humps out of the neck that were put in there, you know, by climatic changes over the course of 80 years or whatever it's been since this thing was built. So now we've just got to reattach it, and to reattach it we're going to use a different method of clamping than we used last time. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, in the last video where I took a fretboard off, if you'll recall, I used traditional clamps like these to get the fretboard reattached. But really a better way to attach fretboards is to use giant rubber bands like this. What this allows you to do is to distribute the pressure a little more evenly along the length of the fretboard, so it really gets a little better connection than the other way. The only reason I used the other way is because I couldn't find my rubber bands. So I used that, and it worked out fine, but this is really a little bit of a better way of doing this. It also makes it where you don't have to pay so much attention to lining up your fretboard so it doesn't shift one way or the other. With the other way, you kind of have to eyeball it and reclamp and move things, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to do it that way. But with this one, it kind of does it at the same time, because obviously you got a similar amount of pressure on this side as you do the other side, so it keeps the fretboard where it needs to be. So yeah, a superior way of reattaching your fretboards. Okay, we've got this guitar all repaired and back together. The neck is much better than it was. I know it's going to be hard for you to know that because you didn't try to pick it up and play it beforehand. So, but I'm going to play it here and just give you an idea of how good these guitars sound. I would describe the tone of these as very almost banjo-like, or very. If you've ever played a tenor guitar, how very sonorous the tone is. It's just very kind of mid-rangey, but also bassy, very well balanced, but in a different part of the spectrum. But I think maybe you'll see what I mean. Let me just play a few strands here. According to my reading, Kay Kraft, which was earlier Stromberg-Voisinet, they made a couple different models of this type of guitar. They made one that was ladder braced. Pardon me. They made one that was ladder braced and one that's X braced. This one is the X braced variety, and I think they also made one that was 14 frets to the body and one that was 12 frets to the body, and this one is the 12 fret version. So we have here a 12 fret X-braced example. Alright, that concludes our little video on this pre-war Kay Kraft Archtop guitar. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button below, and for now, you all take care.